Hello everyone, FateTertium here. I am one of the community leaders at Recon Online. My main domain is usually at the North American servers. So I am making this video in response to a little comment I had over at the YouTube, the place where I place all my videos, and they asked me to do a little review of the AR-21 family and the F2K family. F2K as mean the F2000 family. Well, they were not exactly specific on which variant they want to have seen, so I am going to go with the AR-21 SV and the original F2000. So it's going to be a quick video. There's not going to be a whole lot of graphics. There's not going to be comparisons. There's not going to be any gameplay results on them. So I'll start out with the AR-21 SV. This is the stock one. Comes with an Assault 3.5. I personally prefer the reflex open ×1, and I like to put the flash suppressor on it and laser laser designator. Oh my god, I'm derping around. So, as I said in response to that comment, the AR-21 SV is a very stable gun platform. As you could see there, it does live up to its designation of SV, which is the long range designation. And it has three types of shooting mechanics. I don't know. Full auto, which is full auto. Semi, which is one shot per bullet. One shot per click. And burst, which is a three round burst per click. So anyways, this gun is, as I said, a very stable platform for any range shooting. Of course, it is an SV variant, so it has a long ready time. So it's not exactly suited for any close quarters combat kind of type of thing. Of course, you could always circumvent that by crouch walking towards your point, and you could have a very stable platform to shoot from. But of course, being an SV which also has a bipod, this is more effective behind cover, because the bipod does increase your control and accuracy and everything else when you are behind cover or when you go prone. Would I recommend this gun? Yes, I would recommend this gun in replacement for the F2K. This is basically a very stable gun platform that I do enjoy using, and you know, it is just not a CQC type gun. Okay, so that's done. I'll be going now into the F2000, which this is my preferred variant of it, the original. I do like to put a grip on it, and I do like to have the open reflex on this open reflex, and a flash suppressor, side attachment, and on both guns you can't change the standard magazine, so they are limited both at 30 bullets per magazine. So let's get to it, shall we? So the F2000 has a 40 damage compared to the 42 damage, but it does have a higher rate of fire, so it does edge out a little bit in DPS. But in longer ranges, the AR-21 SV does beat it out because of the whole 42 damage and the long barrel and all that stuff. F2K has two firing modes, auto and semi. And of course you could always do a burst, a manual burst if you like. Call that. It does take some it does take some time to get used to, but yeah. So what's the difference between this gun and the AR-21 SV? Well, for one thing, with my variant of the grip, it has a higher, well, lower ready time actually, because of the grip. 1 second versus the 0.7. Yeah, 0.7, 0.6, around that. You know what, I could always check. 0.7, there we go. So, it is more suited for close quarters, but it doesn't mean that it's crap at long range either. It's just not as much of a stable platform as, say, the AR-21 SV. Being the designation SV, I would imagine that it would be much more better at long range. Just saying. So, would I recommend this gun? Yes, this is my preferred gun, especially when I gone to level 30. This is my main gun, and I use it personally in matches whenever I feel like trying hard and all that stuff. So, what is the difference between the two? Well, basically, the AR-21 SV is, as I said, a stable gun platform. However, the F2K is more of a jack of all trades type of gun. You could do everything, but it's not exactly that good. It's not exactly a specialized gun either. I mean, you know, jack of all trades, master of none, and all that stuff. It's decent at CQC, it's decent at mid-range, and it's decent at long range, but it will not excel one way or another on all fields. You know, I have personally gone against an F2K with my SAR-21C, which is a level 15 gun. This one right here. Of course, I modified it for open reflex, extend magazine, 40 rounds. That is so awesome. I always get a gasm whenever I get like extended magazine. I'm like, yes. But let's just not get into that one. And as always, laser designator. That is my preferred one for the SAR-21C. I've gone against an F2K user using this gun with this kind of style, and I have won multiple times, but I also have lost multiple times. So anyways, this gun is not exactly the perfect gun, but it does work on all types of things, but it doesn't excel in it. So jack of all trades gun versus a long range gun, which has a devastating 42 damage and all that stuff. But its ready time, of course, suffers a bit. Of course, if you lower that, do this, here we go. Or that's going to be against a 0.95. So basically, get a second to actually get ready to fire and all that stuff. So, what do you prefer? It is all up to the player itself. For the F2K, I don't really give a fuck. I mean, sorry about that. I don't really give a flying either way if you choose either one, because both of them are two good guns, and you know you will not go wrong either way on both of them. No, you will not. You will not at all. So, what's my personal favorite? Oh, that's hard to tell, really. In all honesty, well, I do use this more than this one, but that's because I don't own this one personally, but I have tried it out in the firing range multiple times. I have seen players with this multiple times. The scope is so dirty, but I guess that's the whole another difference between premium scope and a regular scope, right? Boom, boom. So, anyways, it from what I would say, it does depend on the situation that you are on which one to use. I only use the F2K personally because I do have it all the time. I have it equipped with me and all that stuff. I don't have the other gun. So I guess that's it, really. So once again, F2K is the jack of all trades, master of none type of gun. The AR-21 SV is the stable gun platform that multitude of users actually prefer over F2K, but that is their preference, and I do have my preference and all that stuff. And I am sure that you, my dear viewer, also has their own preference. Last note, AR-21 SV, as I predicted, has a long barrel, and the F2K has a medium barrel. So while there's not really much of a severe drop off with this one, it does lose out in the barrel section. Now you're talking about the whole, barrels. Oh God, I just remembered PewDiePie, but whatever. Well, in a general rule, the longer the barrel is, the less damage drop off you have. Of course, that does change with the whole bullet that your gun is firing, but let's just not get into that. So, anyways, I guess I'll just end that. I'll end that there. This is community leader FateTertium on a little quick review, and then again a comparison between the AR-21 SV and the F2K in response to that comment that I have over at my other video about wondering which one to choose, AR-21 or the F2K. Yeah, so that's it. And of course, do mind the price. You're like, come on, really? So, this is FateTertium signing off. Hello guys. So, in my quest to have more opinions upon this matter, which is the AR-21 SV versus F2K, I have gone to other opinions on this gun, and I have asked community leader Pinkie Pie, which is my senior within the organization, and the TeamSpeak server at GRO Lurker, the Crimson King. And I've asked them the question that the person in the comment section at YouTube have asked me, AR-21 versus F2K, what do you think? And they have basically came to the same conclusion as I have. Stable gun platform for the AR-21 SV, bipod, long barrel, and the F2K is more of a jack of all trades kind of thing. Or more into Pinkie Pie's words, if you want to be that guy, go for the F2K. If you want to be that guy but not really, go for the AR-21 SV. And Crimson King has noted that yes, it does have a longer barrel, so it does retain damage a little bit better than the F2K, and it does have 42 damage as its base damage. So it is more about your own playstyle, as they said, and it's what you want from the gun and not exactly more of a consensus on it. Well, that's their take on it. What's yours? I do want to hear about people's opinions upon the matter. What is better, AR-21 SV or the F2K original? You have heard from me, you have heard from Pinkie Pie, and you have heard from Crimson King. What is your opinion? So this is FateTertium, now this time for real, signing off.